Hi, I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, July the 22nd. Well, the markets finished the week lower again. However, there were signs that the selling was abating, at least some. The corn and soybeans were lower on the improved weather conditions in the U.S. Midwest. However, concerns still linger over the hot, dry conditions during the crop pollination period. Canola was lower as crop conditions continued to improve, and the wheat markets were lower as well. The equity markets, though, did have a better week, as second quarter earning reports are still showing positive returns for most of the companies. The Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, and even our TSX all closed higher on the week. Our November canola contract was down again this week. It was down $41 a ton, and it closed out at $802.40. The canola continued to move lower this week, weighed down by the losses that we saw in the soybeans and the soybean oil markets. The improved weather across the Canadian prairies has raised the prospects for better canola yields, which also weighed on prices. Some late week profit taking here on Friday trimmed those losses for the week. The November soybean contract, well, it was down 26 cents a bushel this week. It closed out at $13.16. The corn contract, the December corn contract, was lost 40 cents a bushel for the week, and it closed out now down under $6 a bushel at $5.64. The December Chicago wheat contract, well, it was down as well. It was down 16 cents a bushel. It closed at $7.78. The Kansas City December wheat contract was down 17 cents a bushel, and it closed at $8.28. And our December Minneapolis spring wheat contract, well, it took it the hardest this week of the weeks. It was down 35 cents a bushel, and it closed at $8.85. The wheat prices, well, they did kind of trade both sides of unchanged during the week as the markets are trying to stabilize somewhat. However, the wheat markets did turn lower today, with an agreement being announced this morning that Russia will allow Ukraine to export grain from its Black Sea ports. Our Canadian dollar this week, it gained some strength this week. It was up just under, well, it was up 69 basis points, and it closed at 77.40. The crude oil contract, it was looking a little bit positive during the day, but it gave it up later this afternoon, and actually for the week is only up like 3 cents a barrel, so very marginally. It closed out at $94.60. For next week, well, as producers clean out their bins and prepare for the coming harvest, the markets are still trending lower. There are some concerns about the pending weather forecast, and this on-again, off-again heat and rain events will keep the markets somewhat nervous. However, we expect that canola will struggle to stay above this $800 a ton mark, and a close below the $790 low that we did see back on July 5th and 6th does open the door for the $740 area. For wheat, well, the trend is down, and we expect spring wheat will continue to slip lower towards that $8.50 a bushel low that we saw back in January. I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, July the 22nd.